My name is Clara Chin, and this is a poem called Tightrope. I walk between aisles of grapefruit candy and pieces of sticky, sweet tamarind in a little Saigon candy store, the place I go to feel a little more Vietnamese. But the two women who own the store stare at me. They exchange words in a language unfamiliar, a language I wish I knew. And my mother later confirms they are gossiping about us. I walk between aisles of blue lockers at school where the gossip spreads in a different tongue. I can comprehend the drawling vowels, the clicking consonants. I can even decipher words. Yet, I still feel as though I don't understand it. I feel more at home walking between the aisles of my grandfather's kitchen pantry, where he shouts across the room at my grandmother in Chinese, and she responds in English peppered with Jamaican slang. I feel as though I am walking a tightrope. Yes, because my heritage is a tightrope, threads wound firmly together of Chinese, Vietnamese, Jamaican, American, threads that cling to each other like desperate hands, but bite like raging claws. The rope sways in the breeze and threatens to send me tumbling through the clouds. Walking the tightrope is putting one foot in front of another to keep my balance, like specially designed plates to keep your food from touching, or neatly labeled plastic boxes. It's all about categorizing and labeling to avoid messes. I am expected to get the grades that an Asian person is supposed to get, but only because I'm Asian, not because I long to learn. My straight A's in English were to be expected, and my teachers assumed that I understood calculus even when I didn't. I am expected to play the piano because I was forced to, not because my fingers long to dance. I have to prepare myself to answer the question, what kind of Asian are you? They all look the same. And the other question, do you speak Vietnamese? And await the disappointment when the questioner realizes they can't converse with me in the mother tongue. In any situation outside of my extended family, it's usually best to forget to mention that I'm Jamaican, because it's too confusing for people who look at me to understand that I'm not just Chinese. As if we can label people like we label paint chips, as if color equals ethnicity. Walking the tightrope is being a smiling wind-up doll, a metal robot. I'm supposed to be the quiet minority, the clockwork's churning inside me, telling me when to bow and nod and answer math problems, not world problems. I'm supposed to think about limits and quadratic formulas, not world hunger or the messed up prison system. The Asian voter turnout is 4%, and oh, isn't that convenient? One less group to think about our modern day inferno. How convenient it would be to keep it that way if we marched about like wind-up dolls drinking green tea while solving math problems while the world is engulfed in flames around us. But I don't want to walk the tightrope anymore. We don't want to walk the tightrope anymore. I want to fly across the sky in a plane, a hot air balloon, or even with my own wings, unhindered by the narrow strand of rules that unravel with a single wrong step. I want to proudly be able to say, I am Chinese, Vietnamese, Jamaican, with those 8 syllables not holding me down like knotted rope. I will play the piano not because I have an Asian tiger mom, but because music is waiting at the tips of my fingers. I will raise my voice not only for other Asians, but for the people who paved the road before us long before. I will think about math problems and world problems. You will see us in the voting booths. You will see us in Los Angeles with our signs donning the phrase, Black Lives Matter, because we will not be the Asians that they want us to be. We are not figures popping out of silicone molds. We will fly our yellow flags and sing the songs of our mothers, but we will not be photocopies of one another. The tightrope is not the only story, because my heritage is more than a tightrope. It is a story longer than 10 feet. We cannot settle to be shades, just one shade, white, red, yellow, black, or brown, because we are not paint chips, and it is time to let go of the tightrope. There's no longer a need to hold our heads up like Disney princesses, to take steps, to make ourselves taller despite our 5'3" stature, to take steps light enough to walk among eggshells, because we don't need the tightrope. We already know how to fly, and our wings are bound with the threads, and every thread glimmers in the sun.